Exploring the connections between teaching philosophies, educational philosophies, and philosophy. Learning-based curriculum development. The articles from the electronic reverse reading I chose are written by Beatty, Leigh, and Dean and Nygaard, Højlt, and Hermansen. They both focus on educational aspects but highlighting different peculiarities. The article prepared by Beatty et al. Discusses connections between various philosophies, emphasizing their effects on the student's personal development and educational process. The professionals state that teaching philosophy deals with the connection of personal and teaching values and their influence on the classroom practices. They emphasize that educators teaching philosophy plays a vital role. It can affect the course design in both positive and negative ways. Moreover, it can shape the classroom environment that affects students' perception. The researchers conclude that deepening into various philosophies can help educators to realize their own philosophical views and their influences even though they do not refer to the particular sect, such as idealism or realism. In this way, they can understand how they affect their learners and control this. In their work, Nygaard et al. Emphasize the connection between curriculum development and learning processes and discuss its influences in the framework of higher education. They believe that learning should be contextual as it provides an opportunity to make this process student-oriented and appropriate for reaching the outcomes needed in today's world. It can enhance and streamline knowledge and skills development due to the integration of feedback and reflection. Decently organized pedagogical activities can help to control toil and exuberance. In this framework, it is critical for educators to enhance their academic professionalism constantly. They should build curriculum, using efficient educational models and theories as well as appropriate research methods. Professionals should refer to the empirical practices and analyze them to use for enhancement of student learning. Knowledge transfer, educational change and the history of education. In their work, Colonial and Allender paid attention to the way the knowledge is transferred through time and space. They believe that this process is extremely advantageous for pedagogical practices, as it allows to share various theoretical approaches in a wide range of topic areas as well as to develop them in this way. Professionals referred to the works of comparativists who represented the USA and Germany when discussing new educational directions but underlined the fact that innovations soon transferred throughout the world. In this way, intellectual and cultural transmission was involved in the educational development. British and Indian professionals successfully used received knowledge to create those models that were not previously used but were likely to resolve some of the remained issues. Colonial and Allender use several literature sources to investigate educational history. They discuss ideas of other professionals and analyze them in relation to political and public life at that time. They consider how concepts of students and teachers developed, and curriculum practices changed under the external influences. The researchers underlined that many scientists who paid attention to the history of education paid much attention to the international interactions in this sphere. They compared and contrasted different claims to illustrate the process of knowledge transfer. At the same time, they discussed how education developed and changed with the course of time. The information Colonial and Allender can be used to discuss the history of education. Various issues highlighted in the article provide an opportunity to see how professionals cope with them long ago and develop new strategies on their basis. Except for that, it can surely be used by other professionals to discuss learning and teaching processes of the past. For example, Allender referred to obtain previously knowledge in order to discuss colonial India. Everything you need for studies, essay samples, writing tools, and tips, you can find at studycorgi.com.